little tiny bit of weld. Converting to a manual transmission, short of pedal? Well, you're in luck. Today we're going to transform this crusty original pedal assembly and convert it from a single brake pedal to this OER brake clutch combo unit. Is it any good? Don't know. Stick around and find out. Well, let's pop the clip off this shaft. Let's bang out the shaft. Ride out bushing. The new pedal assembly comes with new ones. Disconnect the spring. There's the pedal. Pretty simple. See, here's the difference if you have power brakes versus standard brakes. It's a little higher. Power brakes, you reduce the leverage. Now I'm just going to remove this brake switch, brake light switch. Seems to work fine. You reuse something like that, or do you source a new one? I guess it all depends on what it's worth, right? Okay. Bump stop. Guess I should remove the bump stop without breaking it. Well, that's a nice break from sheet metal, let me tell you. Wrenching again. The pedal assembly came apart super easy. No concerns or worries whatsoever. So you have the shaft and the retaining clip, the old plastic bushings, the bump stop, spring, and the brake light switch. I'm ready to take this over to my blast cabinet and strip all this paint and rust off the bracket and ready it for paint. Well, made short work of that. Looking really good. Before I paint, I think it's smart to mock up the pedal assembly. I don't want to create a problem and then try and second guess whether or not the paint killed the tolerances. So take the clip off. There's no instructions that came with it, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, similar to what you took off. So with this, you just slide the brake pedal off the shaft. Okay, the bushings are intact. The shaft is affixed to the clutch pedal, and the clutch pedal rides on the outside of the bracket. So one of the supplied bushings against the stop. Before I can push that in, you have to get the brake pedal lined up. Let's feed the clutch through. There, comes through the top, slides down on the bushing. Other bushing supplied in the kit. Feed it in here, wiggle it down. Don't need to force anything. And it is seated flat. Last but not least, the retaining clip. Slide the retaining clip on. Clicks down into place. And voila. We have a two-pedal assembly. Everything's looking really good. So you see here the shaft coming through. That's the clearance with the brake pedal up the middle, just like it was originally from the factory, and the clutch arm sitting out the side. Here's the factory brake pedal, same sort of detail in the pedals, albeit half the size, and there's two. The thickness of the arm, similar, same. Accurate representation. There's the two holes on the brake. Two holes on the brake. Let's see. Yeah, same distance apart from my eye. Not overly concerned. We can take a closer look at that when I take it apart to paint. Because I said it, I got myself curious. So I put the factory brake pedal next to the OER brake pedal, put the old shaft through just to line it up. The holes for the brake arm, identical position. The length of the pedals, identical. So that's a win. That's perfect. Bang on. I gave it a coat of Ospo overnight to dry. Scuffed the surface, prepping it for paint. Same thing with the pedals. I took my grinder to the edges. They were a little sharp. Prepped the E-coat off of them. One thing I don't like, here I'll show you. That's the only point of contact on the clutch to the pedal. That little tiny bit of weld. So that's not going to pass the test. I think I'm going to create a little angled flange that comes out so I can weld to more. If you look here at the brake pedal, it actually has a bended edge with more meat welded to the pedal face. Same thing with the factory brake pedal. You know, there's more than one little tiny corner edge welded to the pedal. I mean, that's kind of silly. So I'm going to weld that flange on and give it a little more beef. Okay, that's the way it should have been. Just like that one. Not that one little tiny corner. A little more confidence slamming down on that pedal. Okay, paint, and away we go. Okay, everything put back together, looking really good. Dressed up the pedals with this classic headquarters OEM pedal kit. I have one more pedal to go, drive-by-wire pedal. You have to tune back for that one. Would I recommend OER original equipment reproduction pedal assembly to retrofit your factory bracket? I would. Everything's fitting really well. Happy with the tolerances. No slop. Firm, positive play in the pedals. The one quirk was the backing of that clutch. I don't know if that was a one-off production glitch or that's the way they all come, but I would definitely recommend welding on that extra piece. Beyond that, for what it's worth compared to other pedal assemblies, if you're after that factory look and you want to reutilize your pedal bracket, by all means. Value for money? Check. Pedal assembly set into place. I got some sage advice in the comments from, I think it was C West B, suggested that while I have easy access that I hook up my linkage arms and drill any necessary holes and the like to get proper pedal movement and engagement through to those master cylinders. I think that's awesome advice. I'm going to do that. Why am I dealing with the pedals now? I got one more to go. That's going to be next. Well, I'm finalizing everything in this area because I need to finish off the hump and the firewall so that I can roll this floor assembly back in and weld it all together. But I don't want to do that until this area is finished because I want to take advantage of the ease of access. So I got to clean up the underside of my cowl box, do a little bit of cleanup welding from the repairs on the inside, and then prep and seal this properly, and then form the new sheet metal and close this all off properly. I'm working on that as we speak. Till then, cheers.